Well, hello, good evening, everybody, or afternoon, depending on where you are in our Glissandra world. Welcome. My name is Craig Peloquin. I'm the Vice President of Sales and Marketing for Glissandra. And we'd like to welcome everybody here. As I said, we are saying hello to our friends all over the Glissandra world. We've got people watching all throughout the United States, as far down as Rockhampton in Queensland, Australia. Across Canada, the United States, and we're really happy to have you here as well. So I'm going to share with you, and we're going to spend about 45 minutes to an hour explaining a little bit about our company, where we've been, what we've done, and where we're going to be going with Glissandra. So how many people, just show of hands, are new and have never seen Glissandra before at all? Just so you could raise your hand. How many people are just not going to raise their hand no matter what I say? Just a big, okay. Just want to make sure. Okay, super. To give you just a little bit of information about myself so you can get an idea, I was introduced to Glissandra in the summer of 2013. I wasn't looking for a new job as the VP of an anti-aging skincare company, but it wasn't like I wasn't looking. And when I saw Glissandra, I saw a company that was poised to be the next industry giant. I saw a company that had years and years of research behind it, and it was just looking for the right people to get the marketing throughout North America. And I'm really glad that I made that choice. I've made a lot of really great friends over the past year, and looking forward to meeting many more as we grow around the world. So let me share just a little bit about some of the things that I thought. You may have heard the saying that money is the root of all evil. Well, actually, the real saying is the love of money is the root of all evil. It's actually not money itself that causes problems. It's not having enough money that creates problems for most. There's this fellow, his name's George Bernard Shaw. He wrote, "The lack of money is the root of all evil." Do you think he could be right? Well, it is possible, because most of us out there have one of these jobs. It's just over broke. And I know I was a really good employee when I worked for somebody. I was employee of the month once. Now that's kind of a good thing and a bad thing, isn't it? Because I'm really good at what I do, but I'm making money for somebody else. So I knew that to create real residual wealth in the world, it would not be trading time for money. Because there's only 24 hours a day. Does anybody here work 24 hours a day? Can anybody do it? Rachel, you did it last night. we've all done that. We've all worked, 24 hours, sometimes even longer. But how long can you really sustain working even 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours? We're expected to be working full-time is how many hours a week? What's a full-time job? 40 hours a week. Is there anybody here that owns their own business? Does anybody own their own business? Raise a hand if you do. Are you lucky enough to only work 40 hours a week when you own your own business? Sometimes you don't own your business owns you. Back when I first got involved in networking in my early 20s, well, actually we can go back further than that. When I graduated from high school, I was a professional magician. That's what I did for a living, and don't worry, you'll get to see some magic tonight. So you'll have a little bit of fun. I got a phone call in grade 12 from this tiny little fast food chain. You may have heard of them. They got golden arches on top of them. Anyways, they asked me to be their clown, and I was Ronald McDonald here in Canada for almost a decade. So if you saw the guy with the big red shoes and the red hair running around anywhere from about 87 to 95, that was yours truly. Somebody has to be a clown, and Peter and Jean sometimes think they still have a clown as their VP. But I knew that no matter how many hours I worked as a professional magician and a school teacher and owning a magic shop, I was working upwards of 100 hours a week at the age of 25. And I was making over $100,000 a year, and I thought I had everything. And then one day I was dragged, kicking and screaming, out to a meeting similar to this. And it was an executive inn too, but it was in Burnaby. And I'm sure there's still skid marks out there from my heels being dragged into that. And I got interested in the concept of leverage, and we're going to go into that today. Why leverage is so important. Because I could only work so many hours. Even the best magicians in the world today, they still perform. And if they don't perform, somebody like David Copperfield still performs 40 weeks out of the year, 2 shows a night, 5 to 6 nights a week. That's not residual income. You can't stop working and still get paid. And I was getting paid enormous amounts of money to wear the big red shoes, $400 to put the makeup on for as little as 2 or 3 hours. I got paid to do Christmas parties, $1,000 for a half-hour show. But if I got sick, I couldn't perform, anything happened to me or I lost my voice, I didn't get paid. So think about the concept, we're going to go into residual in a little bit. That was trading time for money. So what I would ask you is, are you ready to consider a complete and revolutionary shift in the way that you look at business, the way you look at your job, the way you look at your income? It's a home-based business. And right now, starting in the year 2000 and now in 2015, the home-based business is more and more common than any other type of business out there. Most people have some sort of secondary income stream, some part-time business that they work from home to make a little extra money every month. Now, our business is all based on something called relationship marketing or network marketing. And we do this from the time we started being able to talk to the time that we stop being on this planet. We are in relationship marketing. Probably the biggest thing that we do when we're kids is sell our parents on getting that cookie when they said no. And we didn't take no for an answer. We would come up with so many different ways to be able to, if mom said no, we'd go to Dad. Dad said no. Dad didn't normally say no because Dad just didn't want us to keep on yapping at him because we were busy and he was watching TV. So what we have to do now is we have to start thinking about different ways of empowering other people. If you recommend a movie to somebody, do you get a check in the mail from Warner Brothers or whoever made the movie? Does anybody pay to do that? No. How about if you refer somebody to, your favorite hairdresser or to get your nails done? Do you usually get a check in the mail because you referred somebody? What if you just happen to refer somebody to a nice restaurant? Does the restaurant phone you up and say, thanks a lot, I have a free meal waiting for you? Typically not. But what we do in networking is we have a way of monetizing your referrals. And you're given the right of empowerment to ask other people if they're interested in introducing others to the marketplace. It's a different way of doing business. It's just word of mouth. It's not selling. People come to me and have said to me over the past 20 years, Craig, you're a really good salesman. I said, oh, I guess I'm not doing my job very well. Because it's not about selling. How many people love to be sold on something? How many people love to go to a used car lot and be sold a used car? Come on, nobody, one person? One person loves to go and do that. Nobody wants to be sold. How many people love to shop? I mean, shopping is now an American pastime. I mean, everybody goes out to go. Shopping is great. We love to buy, but we don't want to be sold. Nobody here is going to sell you anything tonight. Don't worry about it. You can leave your Visa cards in your pocket. We're not here to sell you. We're here to explain what our company is all about, what our products are all about, and give you a choice. Now, in this model of relationship marketing, the company focuses on product development. And you get to do the easy part. Tell people about the products. That's it. You don't have to worry about the overhead and inventory and employees and shipping and receiving and getting credit cards set up and bank. All that stuff is left to us. Your job is to go out there and do what you do best. Tell people about a product. Now, I've got some magazines here. I got a lot of magazines here. And I want to pass these magazines around, and I want you to take a look and see what companies pay huge money. Pass that one around there, and there's another magazine, and we can see, pass that one around. Everybody pass these backwards and forwards, and look at that one there. All these magazines have one thing in common. Take a look at these here. Take a look, pass them around. What does every single one of these magazines have in common? Look at the money that is spent on these magazines by companies to sell their products, they spend millions, billions of dollars. There's a big event happening on Sunday. Does anybody know what's happening on Sunday?
Super Bowl.
Super Bowl is happening on Sunday. That's correct. And how much money do companies spend on advertising on Super Bowl Sunday for a 30-second commercial?
Millions.
Millions. We don't do that at Glissandra. We take those dollars that we would spend in magazines like this, in advertising at the Super Bowl, and we give that money to you. We give that money to you because that is the best form of advertising. Now, I handed out these magazines. These magazines all have one thing in common. And it's something you will never find at Glissandra. Ever. You can look for it, and other companies use it, and every single one of these magazines use it. But with Glissandra, we're going to put one company, one thing they all have in common, out of business. Anybody know what that is? Photoshop. Thank you. Photoshop. Every single one of those magazines, look at those people, look at the unrealistic expectations that they have got. Oh, is there a before and after Photoshop photo in there? I mean,
That's funny.
you won't see before and after photos at Glissandra. And people ask me why. Why is your company not on your website hundreds of before and after photos? Because nobody believes them. Do you really believe the 70-year-old grandmother that looks 40? Do you believe that? Do you buy the product? Especially when you see that same 70-year-old grandma is on 14 different websites for 17 different products, and it's the same photo? You don't believe it. The only thing that you will believe is your own personal results. Because that's really all that matters. How many people are as old as they look? Do you feel younger than you look? Do you feel younger than you look? Do you want to change that? I know I did. I mean, many of you know me or seen stuff on my Facebook page that I just became a grandfather. And for the very first time, thank you. Little Oliver, just go on Facebook and you can see he's only a week old. And wonderful little bouncing baby boy. Came in at 10 pounds, so I guess he wasn't bouncing. And when people look at me and I was taking Oliver for a walk, I don't want them saying, there's a nice grandfather taking his grandson for a walk. I want people thinking, look at that father and his beautiful son. Well, fortunately, I've got Glissandra, so I have to get older, but I don't have to look it. And now you don't either. So keep that in mind when you look at these magazines and you see all the stuff, the unrealistic expectations. Who can live up to that? Now you can. With our product line, you'll be able to do that, and with our new launch here of GSF that we're going to talk about today, you'll be able to stop the aging process from the inside out, and with our skincare line, from the outside in. And pretty soon, when you talk to two people, and they talk to a few people, and so on, you end up with dozens, and then hundreds, and then thousands of entrepreneurs in your business, some that are just happy product users, and some that are looking at it as a part-time business and refer a few more, and some that are looking to make a serious income. Now, the more you understand about this innovative type of business, the more sense it will make. There is rapid potential for high income. Now, if you're on Facebook, you saw this here, the wrinkly paper of skin plus Glissandra is equal to money. How much money? It all depends on you. If you came here tonight looking for a get-rich-quick idea that you could just come in, throw some money at it, and it would make you wealthy tomorrow, that's down the street. It's called the River Rock Casino. And I highly recommend Baccarat. That's the easier game, one of the probabilities that I know. So you don't put it on banker or player. 50-50 chance, double your money. And that's a get-rich-quick or lose really fast. It's one or the other. And usually, the longer you stay there, the more you're going to lose. So, let me show you something that will allow you the time freedom on Monday morning to roll out of bed or just roll over. Imagine making a residual income while you sleep. Some of our members here have distributors that are online. Hey, they're from Australia, so while we're sleeping, they're awake, we're awake, they're sleeping, back and forth, and we're making money while they're working, and back, it works as a team. So imagine being able to have that happening over and over again. What we have done at Glissandra is taken the best of all the worlds, the best of home-based business and of mobile applications and networking, and put it all together in one. It's a true hybrid. And we're tapping into a $500 billion skincare industry. And now with the launch today of our new supplement, we're tapping into now over $1 trillion industry in health, wellness, and supplements. Just need to get a little piece of that. Now back in 2010, the International Academy of Cosmetic Dermatology put a directive to the entire industry stating that the mitochondria should be the new focus for anti-aging skincare. Now we were already ahead of our time. Now what is the mitochondria? Let me explain a little bit about our secret and the mitochondria and why our product works. Our secret is called Glissandra B. And it's a 100% natural compound from the herbal source, the Glissandra berry. Now this isn't the type of berry you're going to sprinkle on your yogurt in the morning. The translation from Chinese to English from Wu Wei Ji is 5 flavored fruit. Because when you eat it, it has all 5 tastes on your tongue at once. It is bitter, sweet, salty, pungent, and sour all at the same time. So basically it doesn't taste very good. We hold US and international patents on this product. And if you go and do some independent research like I did, I went onto PubMed.com, I typed in Glissandra B, and over a year ago when I first looked at Glissandra, there was 140 papers. Now I think there's 182 scientific papers on PubMed showing independent, peer-reviewed scientific information about what Glissandra B can do for the cells, for the body, for organs, and the skin. It is clinically proven and it is validated. So what Glissandra does is it improves our skin health holistically. Now let me tell you the advanced properties. First of all, it's going to boost our body's natural antioxidant system. And the master antioxidant system in our body is called the glutathione. It's a really big word. Don't worry about it. The product works for you. You don't have to know what it means. You just put it on your face. It goes deep into the dermis, and it starts to work at a cellular level to allow our body's internal system to do its job and to fight the free radical damage before it starts. It targets mitochondrial decay, which has been now deemed to be the root cause of aging and disease. It also enhances protection from ultraviolet and infrared radiation. And it supports the repair of UV damages. And I know when I was introduced to our friends down in Australia, this is a really, really big one, the UV damage. In Canada right now, 1 in 6 Canadians, 1 in 5 Americans, 1 in 3 Australian women, and 1 in 2 Australian men will get skin cancer in their lifetime. So somebody you know, I'm sure, if you raise your hand right now, how many people know somebody that's had skin cancer? Or any sort of cancer? Once again, who's not going to raise their hand so I remember? Okay. This is not just for you, it's for the people that you care about. It also is going to help prevent the loss of collagen and elastin. So it does all this at the cellular level. Now let me talk about what we're here to hear about today, and we're here to talk about GSF. GSF, the GS stands for Glissandra, and the F stands for fitness. And this is now going to do to our inside organs what our skincare line does to our largest organ. So let me explain some of the benefits of this supplement. Now, I need to make sure you understand this is a herbal supplement. This is not a medication. This is not a drug. We definitely have our NPN numbers from Health Canada and we're with the FDA. That's all been done, but these are 3 natural herbs that go through our process to extract the most potent ingredients from our Glissandra berry. It's going to help improve stamina, and it's going to support increased energy supply. And it's going to do that by enabling increased mitochondrial energy. So the mitochondria produces the energy in our cells. At the same time, it produces the byproduct, which are oxidants or free radicals. With GSF, you'll increase the energy production without increasing the production of free radicals. It's going to help maintain normal body weight. Well, that's a good one for me. I'm really happy about that. So I'm definitely, I'm going on started myself a 90-day challenge. And the next meeting you see me, I'm definitely going to be a little thinner. Be really happy about that. And it's going to help maintain the level of dietary fat through supporting mitochondrial activities. Regular exercise is necessary, so there is a catch. You actually have to walk, go to the gym, do something physical. So that's a good one there. It's going to help maintain healthy glucose tolerance. So sugar levels and blood sugar in everybody is a big epidemic problem in North America. And it can help support insulin resistance and by helping maintain healthy mitochondrial signaling processes. These are a lot of big scientific words. Let's worry about maintain healthy glucose tolerance. It's just going to help to improve your overall health and wellness. It's going to strengthen your body's natural antioxidant defense system. There's no known significant side effects. A pilot human study indicated that GSF is a good complement to exercise and fitness programs, producing synergistic outcomes and increasing physical strength and controlling body weight. Now, unfortunately, because I just became a grandfather, my son, who has been using the product, Brent, I guess Oliver was acting up a little bit today, and he wasn't able to come out. And that whole parenthood thing is, revenge is so sweet, isn't it? Being a grandparent, you rock him back and forth. He starts to cry. You go, there you go. Gotta go home. So, but I want to tell you his story because he's the reason that I really got excited about what it can do for a 90-day challenge. And Brent wanted to use go to the gym to gain weight. So that was his goal. He wanted to increase muscle mass. And he had tried from January to June to go and do that. And he was on a very high caloric diet. He was taking things that I didn't want him to take, like creatine. And he was able to get himself in 6 months up to about 167 pounds. And at that point, he was 19 years old. He's 20 now. So he's a young father. So I am a young grandfather. There's the caveat. And he couldn't get past that weight. He found he was going to be a father. He then went and got himself a good job, and he stopped working out for about 3 months. Of course, he lost the water weight that was absorbed by using creatine, and he went back to 162 to 163 pounds. He asked me if he could try GSF to gain weight, because he had been hearing what it was doing. So we managed to get him using the supplement, and he did a 90-day challenge for himself. He started at 162 pounds, and in 90 days, working out of the gym aggressively,